Hello and welcome to the Tomcast. I'm Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. Today I'm going to utilize the Tomcast for one of its intended purposes. I am going to talk to you, the internet, about some things that I need to get done so that in the coming weeks I can get them done. Sort of an impetus thing to get started on some of this stuff. I'm just gonna spitball. I'm just gonna talk about an idea that I had actually last year. I got this idea. I thought it would be really cool, and I just haven't done anything with it yet, and so I need to actually do it. The idea is that I was going to make a series of card-based art pieces that were themed around Next-Tos. It was kind of a loose idea. Originally, I was thinking I could do something with like playing cards, where I would actually have like the very stylized art from, like bicycle playing cards of all the face cards. Like, I think that that's kind of a neat style, and I thought that that might be kind of cool. The more I thought about it, the more I started playing with the idea. I thought that it would be really cool to maybe do like a tarot style card set and make it so that like, so instead of being like playing cards with the mirrored image, maybe I could just draw pictures of people and have like a word or a phrase or an idea that kind of represents that character. And so I started coming up with all of these lists for the different characters and the things that they could represent. And I was thinking about maybe still using houses of cards. Is it called a house? I don't remember. Clubs, spades, hearts, diamonds. I was still thinking of using those symbols throughout the pictures, and I thought that might be kind of neat. I was thinking of using a more stylized drawing style. Something that didn't exactly match the comic art. I was really tied to the idea of doing like cards. I thought that that would be something kind of unique and interesting. I haven't looked too much into how much it would cost to actually do cards. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know that I really want to do cards, because what are you gonna do with that? Like, I mean, if I make it card sized, then I don't know. It just seems like there's got to be a whole set of them. And I would like to do a whole set of them, but the more I think about this, the more I'm kind of stretching the premise to keep with this tarot style and come up with like an ideal or a single word that describes each and every character in a way that is meaningful to the story. And so it was just kind of like, I don't really know, and how far do you go into the side character realm, and like, it's just sort of like, where does it end, and how many can I do, and am I trying to do a complete set? And so the more I think about it, the more I talk it out with you guys now, I just feel like that's not really the way that I want to go. So recently, I told you guys that I started making some prints. So I made those Volume 1 and 2 themed prints for the Kickstarter campaign, and just as prints to sell at conventions, and I think that those are really cool. So I don't really know much about selling prints. I don't know if it's really a good idea, but this is just something that I want to try and something that I want to do. And then I was thinking, well, what's the thing that most people are really keyed into when they come to my table at a convention and they look at stuff, and like, what is one of the things that people really, really like? And probably the top thing is the way masks. The cool, creepy, spooky, skull-like way masks. The ways are probably one of the few characters from Next-Tos that are just cool enough on their own. You don't really have to know anything about the story, but just be like, oh wow, those things look pretty cool. So my idea now is I'm kind of moving away from the whole idea of making a card, like making an actual like either playing card size or tarot card size, I'm going to just drop that and we're just going to make a print. What I'm thinking of doing is actually coming up with an outline, not really an outline, but like a border, I guess, for all of these prints that would kind of resemble or make you think of the sort of like tarot card style. And I'm thinking of using an art style that's very reminiscent of like, I don't know how best to describe it, but just kind of a medieval kind of looking style. A style that I see quite often on different tarot card sets that I've seen. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, is just making prints. They'd just be like full-size sheets, but I just want to do a couple, and I'm just going to theme them all around the ways. so far in the comic, we've actually seen a good chunk of ways from, like Ezekiel, the Hooded Man, Kels, on up to like members of the Way We Cry Ladime Council, who we've all seen a little bit. They've all said something, but we don't really know a whole lot about them. And so this would just be kind of a cool way to like, hey, here's a feature of like this just cool looking character as part of this story. I don't know. Anyway, I really want to get to work on this. I really want to start on it, and I've been really dragging my feet just because, I don't know, like, I want to see what it looks like when it's done. I haven't really been motivated to, like, do it. So now I'm telling you guys about it, and so now I gotta do it. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you later.